some weird... There's some weird inputs going on. Cool. Alright. So I've actually begun doing an illusion playthrough in my attempt to see if whether or not illusion is very valid throughout the entirety of the campaign, not just in certain situations. So if somebody were to want to be playing illusion, well, that's what I'm here to test out. I've done this for every school. Well, not really. I guess Chaos and Storm I did together. I really should separate those two one day and just go through every single boss, but it's a playthrough on its own one day. One day. But Illusion, I'll be trying to see if whether or not it's going to be pretty valid on its own. I like the new take for Illusion, mostly because it seems to have gotten slightly improved. The Phantasm, basically, is what I'm looking at here. Actually, I didn't notice this either. 33% chance to gain Phantasm whenever a weakened target perishes. That's pretty solid. So there looks like a bunch of free cast. So it kind of looks like this is more of a spellcaster sort of thing, kind of like how it was beforehand, so it's not really a big deal. Reduces your spell cooldowns by 1%, grants a 1% spell charge gain. This effect stacks up 10 times. It is removed once you successfully reset on its cast. That's incredibly good. First of all, the spell charge gain on top of this. So you get a free cast on top of free cast on top of free cast. No, one free cast plus free cast. Increases maximum number of stacks by 2. I don't know if you really want that, but oh well, it stacks up 10 times. I don't know how that works. Well, this is why I'm testing it out to see how it works. I've already killed a few V-Bloods, mostly just the weaker ones, like the Wolf. Got Errol, I got Keeley. I went for Grayson first so I can get the first spell available to me. Everybody else was just kind of a free game. First of all, Lydia and Goreswine and Alpha the Wolf, again, all met in one giant area and literally had a three-way fight. Alpha lost, then Goreswine, and then Lydia was literally the last bit of HP left, so I decided to go ahead and capitalize on that, which is good because A, I did need the longbow and maybe a bigger slot and the Devourer. I could care less about the spell point. But the idea behind this is I do my Act 1 for fun, just because I like to do everything I can possibly do before I move on to Act 2 and then, Act 3 and stuff like that. You gain a pretty significant advantage whenever you do something like this. I know for a fact I do. I see people complain that, oh, so in order for me to beat this skill, I need to get this skill. Great. It's like, well, that, or you can have your servants do it. Or you can be smart about things and literally just, how do you say? Have the enemies kill them for you. Bane, for example, will kill literally Jade. Simon will kill Bane for you. I mean, all you gotta do is just try to make it work. Maybe some people are just new to the game, they didn't know you can do that. And that's also a thing too, but So yes, I do like to go here, and I'm testing some stuff out early. So what I wanted to do was try to get hearts, basically exquisite hearts and unsullied hearts, so that way I can start making what do you call it? The primal blood is not going to be useful early on unless upgrading to castle level 4, which I will be doing that. But the unsullied hearts is going to be pretty good, especially since I would like to try to get that ASAP. The only way to get greater blood essence is basically crush unsullied hearts, or to make it from lesser blood essence and then upgrade it to bigger blood essence, greater blood essence. As you can plainly see, this is a pretty good start. First of all, a lot of bones and stuff like that is, well, not really, I guess, really, because there's a lot of people here patrolling and shit like that. But this is why I like coming here. Again, I am testing this mostly because I do want to see how valuable it is to actually get some stuff here for hearts, mostly hearts specific. I do know for a fact that whenever you do go right behind some of the Church of Luminescence spawns, they do tend to drop sun coins and exquisite hearts and unsullied hearts and basically things that people may want. That's exactly what I want. I get some sun coins, I can get a T3 cloak, and then from there I can possibly get, what do you call it? When I say sun coins, which you can give me a T3 cloak. Yeah, basically just that. Who is they fighting here? Oh, it's just a bunch of militia. Also, some of these camps are pretty easy to get through. Aside from these guys, which are ridiculously easy to avoid. Some of these camps do have these little chests, which I am looking for right there. And sometimes they'll hold exquisite hearts, grave dust, shoal. There's not grave dust. Well, grave dust, bones, gem dust, and other sorts of equipment. Case in point, with thick hide, you can get a pretty good chunk of this stuff. That thick hide will actually be pretty helpful here in a few minutes or hours, I would say, whenever I get around to it. And tainted heart, dust, paper, wool thread. Already getting some of the best possible things early on. That's amazingly good. Tainted hearts are totally what I'm going to be wanting. Gem dust, not so much, mostly because I can just get that somewhere else. And literally got myself a book. Free wood is always good. I don't think I found... Yeah, I didn't get that. Let me go get that real quick. Get the waypoint. So far, so good. I don't really need paper. I got most of the stuff I really wanted unlocked pretty early on. And if I really wanted to, I can just go ahead and get the T3 clothing. The Dawnthorn armor, which is not very hard to do. It's just kind of time consuming if you don't know what you're doing. But there is a way to get Angrim the Purifier killed, and then once you get into Act 2, you can get the tailoring bench, and then the tailoring bench, you can go ahead, if you break these two, you'll get some stuff as well. Yeah, very nice stuff. With thick hide, bones. Oh, I wish I'd come here earlier for bones. Damn. But, yeah, you can get Angrim killed by his flamethrower units, and the flamers, or the pyros as they're called, they will do some literal friendly fire to him and kill Angrim for you, and the damage that they deal to him is insanely good. If you can get them where they're doing jet stream of fire directly to him, you'll literally bring them down in a very short time frame. Most of the exploration that I do want to tend to do is right around this area, but we do want to hit up every single area just in case, lucky patrols. Case in point, I came across a lucky patrol right there. You do want to break these containers too, because I was doing it earlier. You saw that I did get some gem dust, some bones. It's very, very good. Most people don't really realize this, but when you break containers, and I know it sounds like I'm winded, I am. I've been sick for a while. But when you break containers, they do tend to contain things like hides, bones, gem dust, like these right here. Like these things, they look like... there we go. I was waiting for that to happen. Whenever you break them, they do tend to contain things inside them. They're not just for show. They are for show, but they do literally contain things for you that you can loot. Oh, how lucky is that right there? T2 cloak? No. Got a pretty good action potion actually right there. There you go. See, thick hides, bones. Bones, bones. I need bones. I will continue to need bones. Venom hide. Look at that. T3 spell jewel too. Ooh! Maxed out spell cap too. There you go. There's a reason to come exploration. And once you have the spell or the ability to transform into wolf, you'll have 2 dodges, so you'll be pretty good. Also, if you have the bow, the multi-shot will definitely cause an interruption. Yeah, knock back an enemy. Okay. And I got this way gate. I'm gonna go ahead and actually I'm gonna try to get that. See if I can get some seeds down. I don't know why I need seeds for bleeding hearts. I'm thinking vampiric brew, but that got removed at 1.1, I believe. Kind of a shame because realistically, we have stats that can't even be achieved at max capacity. I'd like to know why that the thing became the thing, but whatever. More containers to break, more gray dust, more bones, more gray dust and more bones, more gem dust. Don't mind if I do. Scrolls. I don't really need them, but I will take them. Clearly, this merchant could care less about the bones that are in there, knowing damn well that those are the most valuable things ever. Ooh, and it looks like I came across a group of people that have met their end. Possibly. Do a little bit of whirlwind action here. Go ahead and do that. If you are in the process of looking for people to recruit, it is entirely possible, just time consuming. We'll break more shit.
My blood reserves.
What do I have? Warrior blood. We'll grab some dragon blood, why not? Yeah, this will be fine. Not really too hard to do this. And we'll just drink up. Because I don't have a reason to not hold on to this blood tap no more. I really hate to be out of blood. I hold 2 blood essence, man. That's incredibly good. I'm glad they actually reworked the blood. It was questionable why they did some of the changes they did, but the blood rework is welcome. Especially since it didn't really make any damn sense for some of the blood. Yes. Good stuff. I kind of wish those were, cyan colored. It's alright. I want to say that's a chest right there. Could possibly contain a heart. More gem dust. I don't know why they need gem dust. It's kind of weird. Ooh, scourge stones are also pretty welcome as well, since those are a little bit difficult to get a hold of very early on. Unless you go and kill the boss, which, I like to take my time for this sort of thing. Are you going to come in, lady, and hit me? She gave up following me. Very nice. As you can kind of see, my inventory is filling up very, very fast. Creature blood will actually be pretty good because of the movement speed plus increased HP. Which will allow me to take maybe an extra hit just in case something should go wrong. I just got a seed from that. I didn't know these things could drop seeds. Well, there you go. Now we're learning. That's incredibly awesome. I want to say that now, bleeding hearts are mostly used for a potion, I think. No, an elixir, I think. Either way, they kind of have their usefulness or uses kind of reduced down. It's kind of like with fire blossom seeds or fire blossom. What's it called? Fire petals, whatever they're called. Basically, those got reduced down to a significant degree. They're no longer really all that valuable, other than to make potions to make your horse go faster, or you go faster on your horse. And realistically, I don't think a lot of people really give too much of a shit about that sort of thing. That sounds like... Okay. Okay. Well, if I do happen to need one of them, I will totally come back and grab one. They're near death, so that's a positive thing. Considering that they're near death will mean that I could probably grab one of them if I really wanted to. Who else died here? Nobody else died today. What are those throwing ones? Blood fused. I want them so I can make use of the new things. Oh, there are 2 of them. And there's riflemen. Where are you, woman? Yeah, okay. If I really want them dead. the riflemen are problematic. I gotta be careful because they have a massive wide swing. Okay. They just got into a fight over here. I just gotta be careful not to draw aggro towards myself. Hey, hi, over here. Oh, damn it. Alright. I honestly thought they would pick up a fight with these guys. That light weaver, 40% won't be so bad. I can always come back and find more light weavers later on. Right now, I'm not really worried about building an army, just gathering some resources. So, God, already got that silver coin, that coin. Debuff is hitting. I just stay out of combat for a little bit, I should be fine. And I'm on fast track to getting... hey, follow me. Fast track to getting a T3 cloak. Or, and if I get Bane killed, I can actually head into the city and I can, as I stated before, if I get, what's his name killed? Angron the Purifier killed as early as possible, which is entirely doable, by the way. Then I can buy the resources to get Pristine Hide plus other stuff and make myself some Dawnthorn armor, some T3 armor, which wouldn't be that great. But I don't see why it wouldn't. It's literally movement speed plus increased HP plus gear score, which would give you a very significant advantage, which, Alright. I'll head back home. I'm gonna drop off all this stuff. I have like an abundance of gear or abundance of loot. I'm just literally smashing things, following patrols, and just looting things and being careful about my stuff. So, that's like a kind of a brief way of doing things. I'm not done. I do kind of want to show like a whole hour's worth of stuff that I'm going to be doing here. Especially since I need some time to kill. And I have a mod called Kindred Logistics, which allows me to put away all my stuff, but not everything. Alright, coins can go there. More books can go here. Plus that. Put my plants here. Lettuce. Alchemy stuff can go here. Raw material can go here. I do have wood for jewels. Yes. Ugh. I know that's probably sounding gross, but my nose has been like literally like itchy and clogged. Tailoring, my weapons in here, my potions, that I put those at? I have something like dedicated for potions. There it is. Put that in there. Very nice. Very good haul. And then I'll head back. And I'll basically go into that little high-level area, which is kind of a very dangerous area if you don't know what you're doing. But if you're careful, you shouldn't have too much of an issue. And it looks like they're fighting with somebody. Who are they possibly fighting? This is gonna be fun. Let's watch this. This is how I get stuff, people. Just watch them do stuff. Oh, she just got shot in the ass, hit in the ass, and then AoE in the ass. Nobody died from the faction that I kind of wanted them to die. Oh. And the wolves here, for some reason, do a serious amount of damage. That is awesome. That's like the best thing you could have possibly have wanted to see. It's a good amount of loot. No doubt in my mind. Some bones and leathers and bones and leathers. Yeah! We're coming back. They must have figured out I was talking shit. It's a possibility I could actually go for things that I would really, really want. There we go. yeah, that was just a far gone conclusion. They were gonna die. Uh, I kind of want to follow this patrol at the exact same time I don't. Mostly because I just don't think there's really anything of value of the patrol, and I would rather the patrol just die off or stay alive and just despawn while I'm away. Alright, that's very nice. Some of these high level areas do tend to have some of the best stuff in the world. The idea is basically to look for hearts inside containers, basically unsullied hearts and exquisite hearts if I can find it. The thing is, though, I do tend to find exquisite hearts just from those patrols alone, and unsullied hearts as well. Ooh. Radium alloy is also very good. That's literally 1 out of 11 or 12 that I need. That way, when I upgrade my castle to level 4, I won't have to spend so much time in Gloomrot. But I will show you how to go find some of those in Gloomrot. It's basically the same kind of concept as you're seeing here. Break shit, radium alloy has a chance of dropping from these containers. It's also a good haul. Man, can you get pendants from these? I guess the pendants recipe guide. One thing I kind of wish that you did with the study and Athenaeum and the research desk is that the books that you use to research, they start piling on, and they have that. The more you research, the more the books get added to it as a decoration. But man, I'm kind of disappointed that there wasn't really much of a thought process behind that. Also, and this is just my personal thought process, but I think the reasoning behind it was because I guess PlayStation eventually got added to the mix, and that's kind of where it kind of fell off a little bit. Dracula's castle. Guarded. I'm pretty glad you can actually still transform while under the effect here. Just be careful. Don't forget you can actually hop through some of these barricades, like so. You don't want to use your hop too fast in too much of a quick succession because you're going to be wanting some of that quick evasion maneuver wherever you can. Unfortunately, Dracula's Castle doesn't really seem to have that much, but this area up here does tend to have a lot. What did I get here? Lightning curtain. Not really too thoroughly impressed with this storm. I see double chest over there that I will happily go and loot. They'll break off after a while once you get away from them. Well, I am getting some scrolls early on, so there's that. And I'm also getting some stingent shards. Both lesser and greater, so it's not really that big of a deal. Is there any more over here? That's why I hit up all these encampments, man. You gotta hit them all up. And I could do this for like hours just because it's fun to do. For most people, it's like, I gotta go to work in 30 minutes, so I don't have time for it. It's like, that's kind of weird too. I gotta go to work in 30 minutes as well, but, I'm spending these 30 minutes doing this instead of going out to Steam and bitching and crying about I don't have enough time to be doing this. Steam, Reddit, wherever. So once that charger did not hit me, I should be fine. But I think he decided to U-turn and go after somebody else. Now, these lower level areas do tend to have the militia spawn, so there's that to keep in mind. Not really all that. I don't know, the loot gain from it is not really too impressive. Also, there's no rift incursions going on yet. But when there is some, you gotta keep an eye on that. Just avoid some of the spots that do have them. Someday, I'll be able to breathe through my nose. I had a dream about that one time, like Martin Luther King. He had a dream. I don't know what he had a dream about. I think he was telling everybody he did. The reality is he was just bragging about it. I hear something. Yeah, alright. Oh, these guys are really crushed. Oh, there's a pretty good chance that I can actually go up against the other guy. I forgot his name. Dead. Yeah. Cassius the Undead General, I believe. I think that's his name. Ooh, reinforced plank. That's hot sauce. I didn't know they could drop that. Huh. Well, there you go. I learned that today. Ooh. Ooh. More people bound to die. Actually, that's kind of funny. General Elena the Hollow. I haven't seen her actually get taken out by these ads yet, but I have seen her. Ooh. I see an Unsullied Heart and a Spell Jewel. I think his name's General Cassius the Undead Paladin. I don't know. Don't really care. That was certainly an Unsullied Heart. That's what I'm talking about. And Arctic Storm. I don't generally care about that. These other spell jewels, especially when the concept behind the theme of the play is basically just to use only illusions. So after like beating the game, I'll go back and fight. Who knows? Regular and try out different styles and stuff like that. I feel like I had characters that are like literally dedicated to that sort of stuff, so there's no reason to like go back and try to do it with a different character unless I'm just looking to make everything 100% on all my character plays. I don't really know where I'm going with that, but anyway. She's small potatoes. She ain't gonna get me. Oh, that kind of sucked. Almost had a full playthrough, or a full clear. And Helldivers 2. Unfortunately, I died too fucking many times. There's nothing here. Alright, no problem. I did get that reinforced plank, which is very good because I just need 1 more plus 9 more iron ores or bars, which are going to be a little bit tricky-dicky to get a hold of, but it shouldn't be too hard. If at all anything, I can salvage it down and get the iron bar from that, which would be great. I wouldn't mind that, especially since I will be needing about what, like 9, I think it's actually 8 iron bars plus 2 reinforced planks in order to get a prison. Once I get Vincent the Frostbringer killed, it's going to be really, really nice. Do this, make it harder for them to catch up to me. Somebody spotted. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Oh, he had a much more wider swing. Oh, that was close. Well, let's see who the victor is. Boom! All 3 of them. Oh no, she's gonna survive. Oh no, she didn't. She died. Fantastic. That's loot right there, ready for me to grab. Alright. That's 2 Unsullied Hearts right there. Plus some coins I think I see. Yes. Whew, that's some good stuff. This is also why I didn't care to bring along some, or drink some good blood or whatever like that. Mostly because I'm going to be doing this. Man, I survived by the hair of my chin. That's some good stuff. That's some good loot right there. 22 more coins. So, ooh, glass bottles. So, 3 Sunsullied Hearts. That's another greater Blood Essence right there for my future FOB castle. And I can get some pretty good people. I don't know whether or not. You know what? I should really go into just the entrance point of Dunley Farmlands to grab myself a horse. Do these guys fight? I know one of them, they do tend to come alive and they'll attack you, but I don't know what the prerequisite conditions are, other than to literally walk right by them. 3 bars of HP when I'm in combat, suddenly the bars stop. Okay, not a big deal, so long as I don't get hit. Yeah, those haven't responded yet. No problem. I haven't unlocked Bear Farm yet, so it's not really a big deal. Oh, I see. I attracted some unwanted attention. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and head back. I'm going to drop all this stuff off. I'm going to go to Dunley Farmlands and get myself a horse. It's a very real possibility that I could actually come across a good Lightweaver, maybe. I just don't know if I really want one right now. I would prefer to kill Vincent the Frostbringer. Maybe I'll construct myself an FOB. Actually, that's what I'll do. So that way I can get Vincent the Frostbringer killed. Honestly, I would rather have that happen so that way I can get prison bars set up pretty fast. Especially since I have seen a high percentile blood quality very early on already. And I would very much love to get a hold of it. I'll make a video how to get cottage cheese started in case anybody is curious to know how to get that started. Well, not really. Whatever. Alright, so those are books. These are 44 points. Very nice. Decoration items, books. I'm going to put those up. That goes into my alchemy pile. This will go to my processed, and the leathers will go here. Oh, yeah, I figured as much. I'm literally getting like a bunch of gems and dust. Yeah, the only way to get like that is to kill Tristan. But, yeah, I'll get a horse later. I don't need it right now. But, and here's the weird thing about that, is I found out that whenever you have, like, the loom, I think it's called the loom, you get all that stuff unlocked. However, once you get the tailoring loom, or the advanced loom, you get all that other stuff unlocked. It's just like, what? This is some good stuff right here. So basically, the loom, I think you need like to kill. You need to kill like Christina to get the thread and other stuff. However, if you have the advanced loom, I think that other stuff that you are needed to get to begin production of it, it's already unlocked with the advanced loom, which is kind of weird. But it's whatever. All right, go ahead and heal up. I don't really need any Night Maidens, but I don't think I would mind having some. Alright. Oh, more reinforced planks. That's hot sauce. I'll take that leather and that other paper. I will certainly take these hearts for sure. I've yet to find a heart in a container, which was kind of what I was wanting to do. But at the exact same time, the amount of infighting that happens in this particular zone, you will actually have more hearts dropped from infighting combats than you will actually have found inside a chest, which is pretty great. And with these guys, I like to hop. Oh, there's a chest right there. Grab that on the way out. don't see anything in there. That's fine. A little bit of preemptive hop. Ooh. Slowly getting over the common cold. The one thing that brings me to my knees. And I say that because it literally does peg me really, really hard. My entire body literally aches like hell. To be entirely honest with you, I've never actually heard other people talk about how their experience with the common cold goes, other than they had a runny nose and they were coughing. But for me personally, like, it just hurts every fucking inch of my body. It's so very hard to move. It's so very hard to do anything. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that. I mean, I would have to sit here and wait. And I can't hop through that tent. I once saw a 40% forward blood cultist, but I've never seen another one after that. The amount of killing that you would do? Oh, you're kidding me. Right. Just to see a high quality percentile of blood cultists is just insane. Ooh, that's exactly what I was looking for. Mist stones. More dust for the collection. Haha, you missed. Turtle. Ooh, okay. 81%er. Alright, I didn't want to do that, but I think we'll actually catch up to him. Yeah, he did. There we go. He got shot in the buttocks, sir. Hang on. It's a very good real possibility I could actually get that guy and take him back to me, but I don't think I really want him. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. I'll take that blood tank. Whatever else loot you have on you. Didn't look like a lot other than a whetstone. I got plenty of those, but I will be needing abundance of them. Plus 81% of blood. If it was 90%, I probably would have thought about taking them, but where am I going to put them, you know? I don't have any prison cells, and I don't have any servant coffins ready to go. Well, I have one, but not enough to really matter. There is some fighting up here. I would like to know what's going on. Ooh, 40%er. She's ooh, they're both ready to go. I don't have a horse. I'll come back later. And unfortunately, they died, but they didn't drop me loot. It was kind of perverse and sad at the same exact time. Not really perverse. I don't know why I said that. It's alright. Ooh, there's a chest. The cards, shards. There's 2 chests. Nice. Very good. Are they gonna actually go and kill us? Did I hit this one? I did not hit him. Why am I in combat? Okay, so the workers don't go after the villagers? It appears not. That's kind of interesting. Kind of, but not entirely. Alright. Some more stuff. I would like to actually get some more radium alloy, especially since that was a very good game. So somebody had died there. I see a chest straight ahead, so I can go grab that one. I'm curious to know who it was that died over there, though. Alright, wow. There is an exquisite heart right there on the bottom. It is. And more unsullied hearts. Super. And we'll hop. Yep. Try to get away from him. What's that? 22 more coins? Ooh, look at that. An exquisite heart and unswallowed heart. Very nice. 22 coins. Gotta run that tent, grab that stuff in there. Oh, I got away from one of those fucking patrols to go. It's quite a good haul. No doubt in my mind. I think you need about 400 for a T3 cloak, which is not too terrible. Unless you happen to be lucky like me or anybody else really that does tend to come across a golden chest. And hope that they're in there. Which really, that would be nice if I did have one. Or maybe, oh, I was thinking I should get some creature blood. Alright. I don't think I did actually any explorations in general. I did actually, I do remember. It just wasn't really that impressive to remember. Plenty of bones. If I need bones, I'll start smashing those, I can tell you that much. But I don't really need bones as much right now as I could later on down the line. Especially when I am outfitting my servants with some really good gear and shit like that. Alright. Doesn't look like I can find anything else here. I'll do one more loot. I don't want to be wasting a large portion of everybody's time. I basically just want to give people an idea of what I do. So, I think that's a pretty good idea stopping point right now. But you kind of see what I do here, right? Act 1, this is literally just me running around that whole entire general area, gathering loot, following patrols, getting rewarded with hearts, getting rewarded with lots of materials and stuff like that. You even saw that I got that T3 spell jewel. Yeah. And which, you know, if you happen to get it later on in the game, that's a pretty fucking good haul. Everything else here, complete and total bonus. So, that's quite nice. Anyway, I'm going to probably do something for the Dunley Farm. That's here in a few minutes, so I will probably see y'all in a few. Until then, any questions, go ahead and drop them. I'll try to get back to you if I can.